about some news that I saw pop up. This is off script. This is about Kamaru Usman saying that he wants to go against Islam Mahachev. And what do I feel about that? I honestly feel that Kamaru Usman, in my opinion, would lose that fight, but it would be an interesting fight because it would be one of the first people that I've seen that's actually could possibly deal with Islam Mahachev's wrestling style. So I don't, in my opinion, the Nigerian Nightmare, if he was in his prime, I guess, if he was in his prime when he was like beating everybody and he was unstoppable, that would have been a great fight to watch Islam Mahachev versus him. Like what people thought JDM versus Islam Mahachev was going to be, it definitely would have been the Nigerian Nightmare versus Islam Mahachev. Now, I am an Islam Mahachev fan. I think Charles Oliveira is my first, I don't think I know. Charles Oliveira is my first main fighter that I do like. Islam Mahachev is my second fighter. I just don't see that, I don't see nothing. I don't see, there's nothing that that Kamaru would throw at Islam Mahachev. It definitely would turn into a striking battle. I do believe that. It definitely will turn into a striking battle. I think that would be like the way to go if Kamaru could stop. Well, no, it would be nice to see someone for the, like, it would be nice to see somebody actually go at one of these Dagestani dudes and try to wrestle with them, kind of like Marab did. I think these Georgians, I kind of want to talk about that too, but but the topic of this off script is going to be Kamaru Usman versus Islam Mahachev. I might talk about Ilia Topuria versus Islam Mahachev, because also, by the way, just kind of random for another off script, Islam Mahachev has just became the #1 pound for pound once again, so that's pretty solid. That's pretty cool. But back to Kamaru Usman versus Islam Mahachev. Yeah, me personally, I don't see. I know he's calling for it, but there's nothing that I see that he would throw like the Kamaru Usman of now, of today. If it was prime Kamaru Usman, that would have been a fight to watch. I think it's still a fight to watch, because at least the last fight that I seen, I think the last fight was, what was it that Kamaru had? It was against Buckley, right? It was against Buckley, right? Am I tripping? Who did he go against last? I would have to check that. I would have to check that moment. I think it was Buckley. I think it was. I feel like it's someone else. There's someone else that I'm missing. But anyways, I feel like it just would be nice to see like two actual guys who could grapple and strike. I mean, they're not strikers of the striking that we would like to see, that everybody, the casuals, would love to see. But I still think the fact that, what is the old adage that they say, that when you have two grapplers coming at each other, they negate each other. So that's all I gotta say. That's all I wanted to say. I have nothing else for that. This is off script. I just wanted to talk about that. Anybody got anything else to say about that? I have nothing else to say about that. That's just something. I just don't think Kamaru Usman has anything for Islam, but it still would be a really good fight, and I think it'll be a really good title defense. Now, the question is, who would be a problem for Islam at this particular weight class at welterweight? I would say, I mean, the cool thing about the welterweight class is that there's so many different types of people that can actually, like, there's big dudes that are not scared to go on the ground with they're not scared to go on the ground with Islam, but who, and then the Wolf, what is his name, Chimaev said he wanted to go against he said he wanted to fuck with Islam. That would be a fun fight. I don't think Chimaev, that is something I would love to talk about. I don't think Chimaev can beat Islam Mahachev. I don't think he can. That's another topic for another day, but I don't think he got it. Other than that, what's good? I just wanted to quickly talk about that. These off scripts are going to be something that when I see news pop up, I'm going to just hop on live and give you guys my live reaction to that. I'm so sorry about that glare. But like, I just want to give you guys my live reaction on that. You see, I like what Demetrius said regarding Usman. Let the old lions fight the old lions. Let the young lions fight the young lions. True. I think Usman still got a little more in him. It's just Usman's knees. It's his knees. If anyone knows, Usman doesn't have the greatest knees. And you're going against a guy who can wrestle just like you. And he's not going to be afraid. Not only that, he's going to chain wrestle your ass. We thought Kobe was going to chain wrestle him, but Kobe really didn't chain wrestle as much. Kobe, that's another topic for another day. But like now you have someone who's going to wrestle with you. And if you have bad knees, you need all your knees. Just know that. You need all your knees if you're a grappler going against an equally good grappler. So, I don't know. It still would be a good fight, though. I'm not saying it's just going to be a landslide where Islam beats Kamaru Usman. I don't think it's going to be a landslide. I think, like, let's say if Islam didn't prepare properly, you know, he's going to lose to Usman. He's 100% going to lose to Usman. But if he just prepares properly, I think he'll beat Usman. I think it'll be mid difficulty. Mid difficulty. Depends. That sounds fucked up. I like Usman. I really love Usman, but I just don't think the Usman that we see right now, I just don't think he has anything. So, what do you guys think? I was gonna end it, but I just and I got 4%, but I seen the news. I seen it, and I want to talk about that. I might have to go live. There's some other stuff I want to talk about. You know, after maybe 5 more minutes, when I end this stream, we're gonna have another off script about Ilia Topuria versus Islam, because honestly, I feel like, as strange as it sounds, everyone's laughing at Topuria, and everyone right now hates Topuria because apparently he's insufferable. But I really believe, and I'm an Islam fan. I really believe, to be honest with you, Topuria can beat Islam. I really believe that, based on what I saw with JDM, because I called it. I watched JDM versus Bilal Muhammad. I was like, he's barely stuffing the takedowns from Bilal Muhammad. He's gonna not be able to stuff the takedowns from Islam. Now I got to watch JDM versus Islam. Is like, the thing about oh my gosh, I'm gonna wait. We're gonna talk about that when I charge my phone. When I charge my phone and I get home, we're gonna change the scenery. We're gonna have an off script about Islam Mahachev versus Ilia Topuria, because I have so much to say about that. I really do think, and it's funny because them Dagestani boys are they're extraordinarily smart. They're extraordinarily smart. I'm gonna tell you why they're smart. They act like somebody is not a threat, but they study the fuck out of them. And I know that Islam and Habib, they're studying Topuria. They're right now trying to figure out how to get around that style. And I just don't like Islam striking, and I feel like he will get caught. The problem is, the thing is Topuria strong enough to knock out Islam at a welterweight level? But let me see what you guys said. You said I can see it going to decision with. I can see it going to decision, because Usman's gonna come very prepared. I don't think. That would go to another decision. Unfortunately, I guess that might not actually be a good fight. Usman versus Islam Mahachev. That might not be a good fight, because people was already calling JDM versus Islam